And Stephie Mack making her ASWA debut. And what in the world is that?
Apparently everybody's bestie, but doesn't appear to be want to be anybody else's bestie. Stephie Mack making an entrance, that's for sure.
Is that what is that, a hula hoop right there? Yeah, I got that going. Come on, Ryan, show us how to hula.
Bet he could.
From Dayton, Ohio, she is the Empress of the Dumpster Fire Nation, Rudy Jordan!
I'll tell you, Stephie Mack does not look impressed thus far.
You got that right.
Here comes Rudy Jordan, another one making her ASWA debut. And
I believe this is our first triple threat ever for a ladies match.
So we're breaking new ground here. And you can see it's an eclectic personality.
And that's not even the last person involved.
And it's not even the most eclectic personality.
Exactly.
And their opponents from parts unknown, the Dark Angel, Dani Jacx!
Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you want eclectic, look no further than the shadows. Because here comes the Dark Angel. Dani Jacx. The premier woman's talent here in the ASWA.
She's done plenty to prove herself, and frankly, she's got to be thankful, despite my issues with her, that she gets to wrestle another female on the roster. Because she's been in there with, frankly, most of the ASWA men's division.
Yes.
And she's got to be a little relieved, but maybe also a little uneasy.
I was going to say uneasy because you got to think the pressure's on. Because, as I said, Dani Jacx is the premier woman's talent here in ASWA. This is your chance to stake your claim. I mean, you got...
Rudy gonna help out Mako here. That's, I mean, Mako needs all the help he can get, but yep, she's all right. Yep. Mako, you're no fun.
Take the help for goodness sakes, man. See, you know what? He deserves that cold shoulder.
Yep.
He does.
Yep. I can already tell this is gonna be one of the damnedest things I've ever seen here in the ASWA. I can already tell.
Rudy Jordan trying to get this crowd fired up to start up. As I was saying, though, I mean, if you're Dani Jacx, this is your chance to basically defend your home, so to speak. I mean, this is your wheelhouse. This is your playground. And you got two people in Jordan and Mack trying to take over your house, basically.
And speaking of taking over house, Rudy Jordan is doing just that.
Oh, but Max says it's my turn.
Everybody's Bessie, except for pretty much everybody in the audience, which is smart.
Including Rudy Jordan.
And Rudy just looks, disappointed, frankly. But
I mean, I would be too.
But she doesn't look downtrodden or dejected or even in pain, just kind of. And Dani Jacx, again, this is our first look at Jordan and Mack, but just based on size and look, you would assume Mack's got the power advantage.
I would have to agree with you on that one, but as we've seen plenty of time before, that doesn't necessarily mean much when it comes to facing off against Dani Jacx, although that looked like it hurt. Dani Jacx bounced off the turnbuckle, tried to go for the cover, did Mac. Jacx, though, it's going to take a lot more to put her down than just that.
Very flamboyant cover by Mac.
Mac trying to cut off Jordan and make this just a one-on-one match. Pretty smart.
That's a smart strategy. We'll see how that all plays out.
Right now, Mac, the early odds-on favorite in this matchup.
I think Jordan's making a good call by just kind of taking her time, waiting on her moment to come back in. As long as there's not a pinfall or submission, what's your hurry?
Yep, this is a triple threat match. Pinfall, submission gets it done.
Dani Jacx, the failed mentor, the living nightmare.
Nice chop by Dani Jacx. Sends Mac into the corner. Spinning back kick. And now Jacx is on a roll. Comes off the rope in a shining wizard. Jacx going for the pin, but look out behind. Jordan breaking up the count, as you said, biding her time, waiting for the right moment, and Jordan finding that moment, breaks up the pin count, but goes for a roll-up. 2 count, gets it.
Look out there, Mako.
Kick after kick from Jordan sends Jacx reeling. Rudy Jordan trying to get this crowd on her side.
Don't know why she want to do that.
Mac able to break up the pin attempt.
Oh, that was getting ugly.
Mac getting in the face of Jordan. Jordan said, here, take this. It looked like Jordan was going for a neck breaker instead. Drops the elbow. Jacx able to get the shoulder up, though. Just a 2 count. Comes off the rope and a double knee to the face. Mac coming in quick, breaks up the pin attempt.
Now we're going to get a little Mac versus Jordan action. Again, I would give the power advantage to Mac. She's clearly got the size and the power. Has Rudy Jordan by the hair and taking her dear sweet time is Mac.
Stephanie Mac asking if everybody wants to be her friend. I don't know if this is how she treats her friends. I don't know if anybody here in Mansfield is going to agree to that.
Yeah, as much as I think the Mansfield mouth breathers are complete nincompoops, if I'm being quite frank with you, I think even they would be smart enough to realize that without some ice cream, no one's getting in that particular truck.
You don't want to be Mac's friend?
No, I don't think so. It just didn't. It seems to be a little narcissism, and look, there's only room for one star in my world, and that's me.
Ah, I see. Dani Jacx tried to go after Mac, but Mac able to brush her off.
See, Dani Jacx should have waited for that right time. What's your rush? Oh. And that is one unorthodox maneuver. But up nearly a near fall, but Dani Jacx gonna come on in there. And Rudy Jordan still trying to gather herself, and if I was in that position, I would have to too. Goodness.
And Mac looking very, very unhappy, just pushing the boot right into the neck. Look at the torsion on that neck.
Yes, that is, boy. Stephie Mac is essentially telling Rudy Jordan to look at the flowers. And
you know, for somebody who wants to be everybody's bestie, Stephanie Mack's got a little bit of a mean streak. Dani Jacx again coming out of nowhere, breaking up that pin. Stephanie Mack telling Dani Jacx to mind her own business. Rudy Jordan starting to light up the chest of Mack.
Frankly, that might be a smart, oh my goodness.
Oh! Jordan showing some fire. Oof. Nothing pretty about that, sending Mack straight down to the canvas. Jordan again tried to go for the cover, but Mack able to kick out at 2. And it's anybody's match at this point as all three look worn out. Jacx,
indeed.
Jacx trying to get a headlock in. Oh, but here comes Mack. And now we got a headlock on a headlock.
Yeah, that's, you know the old football saying, put a helmet on the helmet?
It did.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody won in that exchange. All three women go down.
And now our combatants are in the deep water.
Who is gonna make it to their feet first? Got some Rudy fans in attendance.
Well, she's made a mark here on the ASWA morons, and so I'm not surprised. Again, these are the type of people that would have gotten the first ice cream truck they saw and said, "Get in here," and they went, "Ooh, piece of candy."
Oops. Ooh, piece of candy. Now Jordan and Jacx trying to maybe form a little teamwork to take down the bigger Mack.
Instead, it's Jordan that ended up on the bad end, and now Mack is a little.
But now Stephie Mack on the wrong side of the ropes. Able to duck out of the way though, but Dani Jacx trying to get some separation, able to send a kick right to Jordan, and now Mack and Jacx trading blows. And Jacx looks completely spent.
And that's not going to help.
Not at all.
Ruby Jordan looking like she's going to.
Oh, don't turn around, Mack. Double knees to Stephie Mack, Rudy Jordan.
Now Jacx back in the picture. Mack staggering to her feet. Tornado DDT.
That sends Jordan outside the ring, and again, Stephie Mack finds herself in a precarious position. Can Jacx hit it this time? She does! Here's the cover. And Dani Jacx protects the house.
The Dark Angel, Dani Jacx.
And Stephie Mack was none too thrilled.
I don't think she wanted to be the cameraman's bestie.